Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the hundreds and hundreds of True School Sports subscribers. What's going on, guys? Now, if I sound a little bit different, it's because I'm a bit sick. I'm a bit congested, but we're toughing it out here on True School Sports. We're just going full. We're going hard basically, and I'm just congested, so don't worry about me. But what I wanted to talk about was the Keith Thurman and Shawn Porter deal. Keith Thurman had some random quotes that popped up on BoxingScene.com, so I figured why not talk about it. He said, in regards to the Porter fight, he said, Porter is a good fighter who is strong and has many skills. Like myself, he had a great amateur career. With my offense and defense, we are 100% ready to fight Shawn Porter. No, hold on a second. Now we've been hearing a lot about this fight. We've been hearing a lot about, we haven't got any dates confirmed. We haven't gotten any venues confirmed, and we haven't even gotten the fact that Keith Thurman, if he signed a contract or not. We don't even know if he signed a contract or not. That hasn't been confirmed either. So since we have no confirmation, all we can assume is that nothing has happened. We know Porter wants to fight. We see Porter in the public eye. We see Porter out there lobbying, wanting this fight. But it's Thurman who's been out of character lately. It's Thurman who's become a black sheep amongst the boxing world, because Thurman has a very charismatic personality, and the fact that he hasn't been really in the limelight outside of the one interview he did on NBC for PBC Fighter of the Year, that's kind of suspicious for the boxing world and the boxing fans and the boxing people that know that's seen Keith Thurman. So with that being said, I just know that with this fight, first of all, Keith says he's ready for the fight, but is his next fight going to be against Shawn Porter? This is the question I must ask myself, because we know that with Heyman fighters, things are always a bit more tricky. Things are always a bit harder to get done, and this fight has been being talked about for about a good 3 to 4 months, and nothing's really moved along. So, it could be possible that they're gonna let this one marinate. We've seen other promoters do it. We're seeing De La Hoya do it with Triple G and Canelo, and it could be possible that Al Heyman is trying to let this fight marinate for maybe 5, 6, 7 months, and then he'll make the fight happen. That's just a thought I had, but maybe Porter and Thurman will have some stay busy fights in between, and that'll be it. But as far as his whole comment about the whole with my offense and my defense and all that nonsense, let's get a few things straight, Keith Thurman. Your defense has not been up to par as of late. Let's go back to the Robert Guerrero fight. In the Robert Guerrero fight, you won like 9 rounds. I'll give you 10 rounds. You won 10 rounds, but the 2 rounds that Guerrero won, he was coming forward. He was letting a whole barrage of punches go, and a lot of them landed. He was landing at will in those rounds, and the Thurman that I saw that was jabbing and moving against Bundu, and had success against an awkward guy like Bundu. I didn't see in that Guerrero fight for those 2 or 3 rounds, but outside of that, you did a good job, and you knocked down a very game opponent in Guerrero. So we give you credit there, but you weren't unbeatable. Guerrero had his moments. In the Collazo fight, you looked very beatable. I actually sat here and thought that Collazo was gonna, beat you. We saw the body shot. And we saw what Collazo was able to do in that, I believe it was the 4th or 5th round. So Keith Thurman had to get on his bicycle, he stayed composed, and eventually Collazo just quit on the stool. Because Keith does have good power, and he can do that. But this is not Guerrero, this is not Collazo, this is Shawn Showtime Porter. And this is a guy that comes forward the whole fight. A guy that is in his prime. This is not old Bundu. This is not shout out Guerrero. This is not a guy who never won any of his big fights in Collazo. This is a guy that's won some big fights, been some big fights, and comes forward the whole fight. And we're gonna see if your offense is good enough should the fight be made. But I just hope they don't let it marinate. That's my only real concern with this fight. I just want it to happen. I know the fight fans want to see it happen. I think PBC, the brand PBC, needs the fight to happen just for the simple fact that the Wardell and Reed money that Al Heyman got, I know he's used like 60% of the 500 million already, or something like that. I remember I was talking to one of my friends about that because there was a Reddit post about it. But yeah, that's the news. Keith Thurman says he's ready for Shawn Porter, but we're not really hearing anything about the fight as far as it moving along and being confirmed and official. So we'll keep you posted. But until then, take care, guys.